Okay, so in the last 7 days, and most of this in actually a 48-hour window, I have signed two new people onto an offer that's not even ready to launch yet, and I'll explain how I've done that. And I've got 15 new leads on my email list. They came within a 48-hour window, just running a test on this incredibly fucking simple funnel. All right. So I'm just going to go through this all, document this process, and hopefully you can get stuff from it. All right. So, like I say, two new signups for an offer that is not ready to go. The offer is what I'm building now. So I'm turning for the past 2 years, I've been turning my business, which has been sales and marketing for my business and for other people's businesses, or a previous business of mine, done for you sales and marketing, and turning that into a way that I can work 4 hours in the morning, which I currently do and have done for the past 2 years, and spend the afternoon with my kids and my family, because we don't want them in nursery all the time. Now, that's fine, but you also need to sort of replace the money. And what I want to do is not just like for like, I want to scale. All right. I want to work less, earn more. And there are ways of doing this. Okay. So, the model that I'm doing is, if you haven't seen the video, then below here, if you're watching this on YouTube somewhere, it's probably digitalkelvin.co.uk/my way. Go there and you can watch that video, which explains exactly the model that I'm using for this. So what have I done to get these results and sales in the last week? Now, I'm a big believer in just doing things and then making them better afterwards. Trying to perfect things before you launch them is always a surefire way to, one, never finishing, two, procrastination. So what I've done is I've literally chucked up a sales page, which is this one, a landing page. I created a VSL, which is ideas based. So it's me explaining my incredibly simple business model, which is built so that I only have a small number of inputs to do each day. Okay, so I need to write one piece of content, which can easily be repurposed, whether manually or by AI, into other formats, but it's come from me. It's not created by AI, but one piece of content a day. And I have one job in that bit of content, and it's to push people towards this video so that they opt in. All right. And then from that, the system then takes over. Okay. So I created the mini VSL, and I did it completely off the cuff. I was like, right, I know my ideas, I know the points I want to get across. I'm just going to pick up my whiteboard, and I did 3 versions, and then I picked the best one. And then I just went in and cut out a few little ums and ahs and tidied it up slightly. But close to zero editing and zero scripting. I just had a couple of these cards that I have with a few notes written down, and off I went. Now, the reason I did this is, like I say, I'm one in the past to have spent a lot of time procrastinating and trying to get things perfect, and then they just never get finished, or they just take so long that, I don't know, momentum runs out, and then you end up moving on to the next thing. So I just wanted to get it done. And then this is a good way of testing the idea. And again, I've not built this whole funnel. If you watch the video, the funnel takes people from the mini VSL to being made a $5 offer, to be then made a bit further down the line an acquisition offer, so around about £1,000, $1,000, and or an offer to become a full-time client in my full program. So I just wanted to get it up and test it. So like I say, I've got this landing page up, all right, with an opt-in form, and then once they opt in for that, they go to this page. They're automatically redirected to this page where they can actually watch this video. This first one, that's not actually a video, it's a screenshot of a video. They have to fill out this form to get it. Okay, so then they go over to this page where they can watch the video, and then if they want, they can get a tool which will do for them what I'm explaining in the video. So in the video, I talk about having a core offer, and you have your core offer, and then you extract your lead magnet, you extract your low ticket offer, you extract your acquisition offer from it. Rather than creating separate things, you just extract parts of the journey, and it's far easier to sell because it's a linear process. The next thing that they need to do is the next offer that you're making. And I've got this little tool here, $5 tool, which will take the information that they give it and extract all of the necessary components for this simple funnel that's going to get them sales and clients on autopilot. All right. So my next job was to test it. So 2 different ways of testing it. And I did this for 48 hours. 2 different ways, one organic, one with ads. All right. I chucked, let's have a look. I chucked, how much did I chuck? I think it's about 20 quid over 48 hours. I'm on ads here, campaigns, I'll tell you. So £20 and 45 pence. All right. And you'll see here, it says that I've got 5 results. However, that's not true because I know that there's been a problem with the tracking with the Pixel, because I've actually got, I'm not going to click on there. So I've actually got 15 new subscribers, okay, in the last 7 days. And they've actually come from 2 days running ads and organic. So the organic comes from each piece of content that I create has one job, or one call to action, and the call to action is to drive people towards this video. That's it. Okay. It doesn't matter if the piece of content isn't necessarily talking about the video. It can be about something completely different. But my call to action, whether it's verbally, audibly in the video, or written in the in the post, whether it's a video and a what do you call it, a caption underneath with a call to action, or whether it's a written post with a call to action at the end, the call to action will always point to this page, and that's it. That's my only job, is to minimum once a day, point people towards this video. So like I say, I've had 15 new people sign up and join my email list, of which it says 5 have come from here, but I know full well that most of the leads will have come from the ads and not from my organic. Okay. Now look, I don't have a massive following. I have like 380 odd followers, but followers do not equal sales. Followers aren't leads. The power comes in extracting the leads from your followers, and you can make a lot of money with a very small audience, okay? With a combination of low-cost ads and being able to get people to put their hands up and extract themselves from being a follower and joining your list and becoming a lead. So the test that I did, just to be completely open, I set in total, I tried to set 5 ads. I've had 2 ads rejected, okay? So the order was, what did I do? I wrote it down here somewhere. I wrote on the other piece. So I've had 2 ads rejected. I set these first 2 up. So this one that I'm ticking in the box here, and this one were the first 2. That's an existing reel. Okay, I chose an existing reel, and this one is an image that I created. Let's see if it will pop up. It's a simple image, and the call to action is based around my idea that I'm talking about in the VSL, my way of doing things. And then there were 2 others, which for no reason whatsoever, they've decided that they think that I'm trying to push financial services. So I've put in an appeal, and that should come back well, I did it on Friday, so it should be back any day now. And then this one, actually, I launched and then I switched the ads off, because all I wanted to do was test the ads, and the funnel is nowhere near complete. In fact, at the moment, it's not a working funnel, because once people have signed up, they're not actually getting anything else, right? They're getting automatically sent to the video. They're watching the video, which is hosted on YouTube. And then they've got nothing else, all right? And that's a terrible way to have your funnel. But the reason I wanted to do this was just to chuck a quick 20 quid at the ads, just to test the lead magnet. Now, most people do it the wrong way. I've actually reverse engineered this. So I have my offer, and from my offer, I have my VSL, my lead magnet, my lead offer. From my offer, I have my low ticket offer. From my offer, from my core offer, I have my acquisition offer ready. Okay, so everything works in a coherent, like a timeline. Now, what most people do is they create a lead magnet, and then the lead magnet doesn't actually lead on to anything else. So if you start with the lead, what I'm trying to say is, look, it looks like I've started with a lead magnet, but I haven't actually. I've reverse engineered it, and the first thing I've tested, actually simultaneously I've tested the offer and the lead magnet at the same time. And I'll tell you how I tested the offer and got 2 sales in a moment. But what I'm saying is, don't just go and create a lead magnet and start building the funnel from that way. You need your core offer first, and then you extract it and work backwards. So my next step is to now email those 15 people with the first 3 emails of the sequence. Now, initially it's just a 3 email sequence, and then I'm going to test that and see how many customers I can create out of the leads. So getting people onto my email list, they're leads, and out of those I want a percentage of those people to turn into customers by buying my $5 offer. And then eventually I'll have a little option to upgrade from the $5 to a personal call with me, but that's further down the line. I'm building this, testing it, iterating it as I go. So the current state is I have a VSL that is working, but I want to improve it, but it's fine for now. I have a landing page that people are opting into. I have ads that are working, and I have a call to action in organic that is also working, because I have here, I've been looking at the engagement, and I've got 4 external link taps. So 4 people have clicked on my link in my bio, and probably, well, I don't know, maybe not 100, maybe not all 4 of those, but even if they did, that would mean that it's 11 people from the ads and 4 people from the link in my bio. It's probably more like 1 or 2 people have landed on that, because not 100% of people who land on your landing page are going to actually opt in. But so that is, yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay, so I've got a VSL that's working, people are watching it. I've got a landing page that people are opting in for. I've got ads that are working and turning people into leads. I've got call to actions that are working and moving people from Instagram onto my landing page and opting in. And yeah, so now to move on to the 2 signups for the upcoming offer. So my upcoming offer is to build this. Okay, I'm literally building in public and then showing you how to do it. The simplest way to get new clients is to go and speak to existing or new sales, is to go and speak to existing clients or past clients. And that's exactly what I did. I went to two people who I've worked with in the past, one of which I'm currently working with, but not on this offer. And I made them an offer and said, hey, look, I'm not seeing this new thing. I'd love to have you in, because I know how you work. I can trust you. I know that you're going to do the work and you're not going to mess around. So do you want in? And they both said yes. I've put it out to a 3rd one, so maybe I'll have 3. I'm only looking for 5 people, so I'm well on the way already. All right. So again, I worked from the offer backwards. I have a full offer document. It explains and it sells without me having to do anything. All I literally did was, hey, I've got this new thing. Here's the link. Have a little read of this. Are you interested? And they both come back and say yes, because the offer document is like a sales page. It explains exactly the promise, what they get, what they do, who is it for, who is it not for, how it works step by step, what results they can expect. And once somebody is in your world and sold on you, it's very easy to send them stuff and get them to sign up for stuff, because they know you, they like you, they trust you, and they know that if they invest in something else with you, they're going to get some form of result from it. So that's where I'm at. Let me just see. So just to recap, 15 new leads in basically a 48-hour period. 2 sales, and we've got 5 results, it says, from ads, but it's probably more like 10 or 12 from the ads, and it's a tracking problem, which I believe I've solved now. But I'll find out when I switch the ads back on. I'm going to iterate. I'm going to build the next couple of steps, and then I'm going to switch the ads back on. 2 ads rejected, which will hopefully come back in. Organic and ads is working. My offer, which is to build this, will be going live within the next days, maybe a week or so. And then, keep momentum and iterate. And improve. So, like I said, if you want to see what I'm actually building, if you haven't watched it already, there's a link in the bio somewhere. It's probably /myway. Go and have a watch, and get involved.